Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to learn how to download Rec Room Studio. I did this video before, but it's kind of outdated and I missed a few things when I did it, so we're going to redo it. So, what you want to do, you want to open Chrome or any browser, and once you search for rec.net, and then if you haven't already, log in. Okay, now that we have logged in, we want to go and click on our profile. Then we want to go to stats. And now we want to press on Rec Room Studio. And this is what it's going to look like. It might not say, congratulations, you have access to publishing your room using blah blah blah, but it will look something like this. If you do wanna check out the Creator Hub, you can click right here. If you haven't already joined the Discord, if you need any help, you can always ask in there, and anything else. So now we're gonna press download Rec Room Studio. It can take a bit for it to download. For example, it's right now costs 84 megabytes. So let's wait for that to download. Okay, now that Chrome has downloaded the installer, we're gonna open it by pressing on it. Is it gonna open? Or okay, and this is how it's gonna look like. It's gonna say installing, please wait, and it will install the Rec Room Studio launcher. Okay. So So right now I have Rec Room Studios installed, but most likely it will look something like this. Also, if you don't have Unity installed, it might install it. I'm not really sure. I had Unity installed before, but if it doesn't install Unity, you might want to go and install it by searching out Unity, and then you're gonna press download and you're gonna press download for Windows, or if you're playing on Mac or Linux, you're gonna press right here. Basically, once you press that, it will start downloading right here, and that's the Unity Hub. That's how you can download it if Rec Room Studio doesn't install it. So basically, when you're first creating your new project or want to reopen something, here are the buttons. Also, if Rec Room Studio sometimes doesn't want to update or is junky, you can go into settings and then press repair, which will repair your Unity project, so it actually updates. So for example, I had an issue where I didn't update the Rec Room Studio launcher for a really long time, and I couldn't update it in Unity, so I asked on the Discord and I asked how can I fix it, and they said go into settings and repair it, and that's how you can repair it. So now we're gonna create a new project. This will create a new what's it called, Unity project, and it takes like 5 GB maybe. But let's go into here and let's create a new file or folder, and let's call it Rec Room Studio or RRS. And then we're gonna press select folder, and now it's creating a Unity project. Oh, so I had the Unity hub open before, so if you are creating a new project, you probably want to close the Unity. Oh shoot! I accidentally almost closed OBS. You want to close Unity Hub, else it's not gonna run. So remember, yes, force quit. Oh, I think I did something. Whoopsie. Well, if it doesn't open from here and it has already downloaded, you can check by going to the folder that you installed. So right here you can see that almost everything is here. So we can go and open up Unity, the Unity Hub. So if you don't want to launch it from here, or you have a project that when you press reopen the recent project and the project that you want to use isn't here, you can always open it through Unity Hub. So right now on the Unity Hub, I don't have my project here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and press add project from disk, and then I'm gonna go into the folder that we installed Unity in, or not Unity, Rec Room Studio, and then we're gonna press open. And right here you can see that it has linked to the correct passage, and then we're just gonna press on it, and this is gonna open up our Unity project that we just created. Okay, now then, Rec Room Studio has finally launched up after it loading for me. For example, it loaded for 30 minutes. But when you first launch it, that's how long it can take. But once you launch it again, it will not load for that long. At least if your computer isn't bad. But what we're gonna do right here, we're gonna explore a bit. Before we explore, let's log in by pressing this login button. And now we have logged in. This is this button right here. When we click it, we can see all of our rooms, and we can open up any room. But for tutorials, we're just gonna create a new room called RRS-test-room, and we're gonna press create room. If it creates one, if it does not create one, we can just add SCO. God damn. SCO dash test dash room. And then you can see that once I create the room, it's opening up the room that we just created. It can take a bit for a room to open up, depending on if it's a new one or created, or a before created one in Rec Room. Depending on how many resources it has in the room, it can take a long time if you have a lot of resources in your room made, like cubes and all of that stuff. Now then, let's wait for this to load, and we have loaded. Okay, so this is our projects window. In our projects window, we have all of our files that we have created. For example, right here, that Unity has created by default is the assets folder. In the assets folder, this will store all of your files or assets. For example, right here we have the default assets, projects, or the projects folder that we have created, or that we will be creating. Then we have the Rec Room Studio folder. We have the Rooms folder, which keeps all of your rooms. As we have the test room loaded, you can see that it says assets dash rec room, no, not dash, slash rec room slash SCO dash test dash room. Basically, that folder keeps all of your rooms, or should I say your scene. This is where Rec Room stores your scene settings and all of that. Where you can configure your lighting. Yeah. Let's move on. Now then, what I prefer doing when you, for organization, I prefer making a projects file. Or not file, more like a folder. In this folder, I have a template with folders called assets, images, materials, models, textures, UI shapes, and UIs. These folders keep stuff organized, and it helps out with, as I said, organization. In the UI shapes, I have 4 shapes, which is box rounded, box, circle, and triangle. To make to allow, to tell Unity to round our object, you will want to go into the sprite editor and set the border to 52 by 52 by 52 by 52, which will allow us to round the edges of our box rounded sprite. And then we have a regular box, or not a triangle, goddamn. A regular cube. Not a cube, goddamn, what is wrong with me? Basically box, I'm just gonna call it box. Then we have a circle and then triangle, which, if you want the triangle to be available to be rounded, you can set it to 52 by 50, goddamn, by 52. What is with me? 52 and 52, which will allow us to round these corners, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested this out before, so I don't prefer doing that. But if you want to test it out, you can always do that yourself. So yeah. That should be it. So when you want to make a new project, you can just clone the templates folder by pressing Ctrl D, which will copy the folder, which it is doing right now, and then you can rename it by pressing right clicking and then renaming it to the project that you are creating. And if you don't want it, you can always delete it right here. I have a test folder which I used before, but I forgot to record, so that's really nice. But if this video helped out, that's great. You can watch another tutorial video which will be coming out probably tomorrow or later. But see you guys in the next. Bye-bye.